Ronaldo has been dropped. Has
Mm-hmm.
been. Hang on a minute. That's weird. Hang on. 1, 2,
They're
3,
missing a
3,
player.
4, 5, 6. So who scored a missing a player?
But it's not. It's still not going to move Ronaldo.
It's probably not. But they've got a player missing on their side. So as far as I can see,
You can go to the Google.
he's been benched, and that was the right thing for Santos to do. Again, people think I've been hating on this guy the whole tournament, and now exactly what I said needed to happen has happened, and there's a reason that it's happened, and that is because he is not performing, and your name should never carry you in football. Performances should every time.
It's not just he's not performing. If you listen to the words he's saying and the reports around it, he is not being professional again.
Yes,
that is also. I think that's a bigger issue than him not starting. Why is he not being professional? He's supposed to be one of the greatest players in the world, one of the greatest players we've ever seen, and you're telling me professionalism isn't something we should counter into that. Like, he has been storming off in games, he has been petulant when it comes to the managers, and now he's been dropped because he's performing poorly and he's not affecting the dressing room that everyone thinks he should be like. So Ronaldo fanboys, it's going to be hard to take. They can't take this well. They can't take this at all, but they need to. They need to realize.
But as Footy Gangster said, it's my fault. Santos watched my video this morning. And listen, people, this is the thing with me. I don't hate. People often think I do. I don't hate on anyone. I just give my honest footballing opinion, and he had to drop out. We know Ronaldo's dropped tonight, people. What do you all make of that? And it's relevant to this game because it's going to be who Morocco play next. Dropping Ronaldo. I'm hearing rumors that it's an injury. That old chestnut. That's like when our manager said that he didn't bring him on against City out of respect. We know that that's cap. Viewers, what do you think? I'll ask this question to KJ as well. Will this make Portugal better tonight or worse? I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. I want your opinions in the comment section now. But KJ, will this make Portugal better or worse in your opinion?
In my opinion, this makes Portugal better. In the attack, it should be more fluid. It should definitely be more agile, quick. You know what I mean? Create more chances, because now it's no longer the Ronaldo show. Now it's no longer, I've got the ball, crap, need to get to Ronaldo as quick as possible so he can score. Yeah. It's no longer that. It'll now be, how are we going to score as a team? Who is in the best position to take this chance? Who's in the best position to make that pass? That is what Portugal have been needing. That's what they've been lacking when Ronaldo's on the pitch. No one can tell me and sit and tell me having Ronaldo on the pitch doesn't change the way that you play, because it does. Just for the fact that he's Ronaldo and play. Listen, the Portugal squad, they idolize that man. They idolize him. You can tell the way that they are around him, the way that they protect him, the way that they defend him. There's someone that they idolize, and that's fair enough. Like, he's a national hero. He could probably become the prime minister or president of Portugal, and no one would say anything because he is Ronaldo. But that's not always a good thing to be in a team game. This isn't tennis. This isn't golf. This isn't something where individual accolade is the thing that gets you through. It's a team game, and there becomes a point in a team where someone, no matter what they've done for you in the past, is not a good thing to have in the team. It becomes a hindrance. And Ronaldo, not just at Man United, I believe also in Portugal, has become a hindrance. And not because he's the worst player we've ever seen. It's just because he can no longer do the things that we needed him to do, that teams need him to do. And his attitude is not a good thing in this dressing room right now. I believe, I call him deluded, because he still thinks he's 27.
Yeah.
And he's no longer that guy. And if he was a bit more humble, if he realized where he's at, and be like, right, I can no longer do the things that I can normally do anymore. The drop-off is there. I think he would be more help to the squad if he accepted that fact.
As you say, someone tweeted me earlier, and I'll read this tweet out. So I said he's been dropped, and people think I'm being harsh when I say what I say, but I stand by it, right? People tweet me a lot of shit, to be fair. Keep the same energy for something someone said. But I said Ronaldo dropped. This is the right decision because he's finished. And then there's a reply that came in from someone. And said to me, and it's probably easier for me to find my quote tweet, because I quote tweeted him back because I thought I'd respect him and do that. But I quote tweeted him because he said to me, can't understand you. 1 minute you praise, the next minute you hate. Y'all weird. And I just said that when he does something good, I can praise, but overall, I think he's finished. I said it's a normal brain function to be balanced. And that's all that I am. It's normal brain functionality of a educated human being to not be polarized. I love Ronaldo. He's one of the top 2 footballers of all time. If he comes on from the bench today and scores the winner, I'll praise him and say that's why he's my GOAT. But I do think he's over the hill and finished. Same with boxing. So if I look at one of my favorite boxers when I was a few years back, was David Haye. I just liked David Haye, the way he fought. When he came back against Bellew, I knew he was over the hill and finished. But that doesn't mean I didn't want him to win. But once he lost the first fight, I was pleading, not that he was listening to me, but for him not to fight again. I didn't want him to have another L on his resume. I didn't want him to get knocked out again, but he did. People see that as hate. It isn't hate. I'm trying to protect Ronaldo. And the more he doesn't play, the more intact his legacy remains, because I just don't think he would deliver as much as everybody wants to see him to.
Yeah.
See him do.
And there's a comment there saying, KJ, there are a lot of old players, past and present players playing in the World Cup, and they are. But here's the thing: when people say, "But this person's old and he's still the position Ronaldo is playing, he needs the explosion. His way that he plays, he needs explosiveness in his game. That's the way that he's been. And now that he's lost that, he's not willing to drop into midfield. He's not willing to become a different kind of player in terms of not playing up front. So, of course, those attributes are going to be exposed. He's not Modric or Messi or midfielder running the game because they can move around at the midfield at their own pace. He's not a centre back like Thiago Silva, who's, again, as a centre back, you don't need pace to do your job. You need a mental awareness. You need to be physically strong, and you need to be able to time a tackle. Ronaldo's playing striker with a team where they want to go and play quick. You have to be able to turn. You have to be able to have a burst of speed. He does not have those things. He has the positional awareness of a striker, but even his jumping's less. His reach is less.
Bruv, I'm just going to say this. Most of my life, I've been able to do no-handed cartwheels, round off, back tucks, lots of flips and acrobatics. My brain still knows how to do that. My body can't. And that's where Ronaldo is. You watch, there's sometimes now where he goes, the reason he didn't get his head on that ball from the Bruno cross is because he can't jump quick enough anymore. He was a split second behind. And in football, that 1/100th, that 2/100ths of a second delay, when you lift your leg, when you jump, whatever it may be, that causes major problems. And that's what he's really suffering with. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Why not play Cancelo at left back and Delo right back?
Because Cancelo has been terrible this World Cup. There you go.
Yeah, he most certainly, he's been absolutely horrendous. He really is. This is interesting, Terry, that the Fox broadcast just announced that there is a rumor that CR7 didn't even leave the locker room for warm-ups. But that's the problem. The fact that he is in such denial, the fact that he can't even bring himself to support his teammates tells you all you need to know. And I don't think this is indicative of his entire career.
No.
This is just a man that's going through it right now. And I actually have empathy and sympathy for him, because he just can't, he knows in his mind, but he doesn't want it to become a reality.
You know what? Yeah, I will sympathize with Ronaldo because of what he's been through with his family.
Yep.
Terrible things that he's gone through. And clearly, he's trying to hold on to the things that he can.
Yeah.
And as a person, sometimes, literally, the best thing to do is let go. And we're not saying for him to retire from football, but let go of the status that you're Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And come back down to earth. You've been in the heavens for so long.
Come back down to
Come
earth,
back,
yeah.
Ronnie. Come back and just relax. Take time. Slow it down, because your body slowed it down for you. You know what I mean? So mentally, slow it down. Come back fresh and change yourself. Grow as a person.
I get that. This here says that you have an agenda, Terry. The guy bleeds for Portugal. You don't know what he has done for the country. I do have an agenda, and my agenda is to protect Ronaldo. And sometimes how you protect people is not by lying to them. My 3 children, I love them with all my heart, but I will never lie to them. So yes, let me rephrase that. I won't lie to them about serious things. I'm very happy for them right now. Maybe not the 8-year-old. He's learned. But the younger ones, I'm very happy for them to believe that Santa Claus is real. But as they get older and they get into serious moments, if my daughter wants to be a singer and she's not a good singer, I will tell her she's not a good singer, but in a delicate and nice way, so that she doesn't become deluded and then hurt that she doesn't make it. There's times where you encourage people to pursue their dreams, but there has to come a moment of reality where you say, this is just isn't for you, or you just can't do this. And Ronaldo's a player that I have more respect for than most. He's a player that I love deeply. So I will call a spade, and I see him as finished at the very highest level. I think his body is past it. He'll go to Saudi Arabia and he'll score loads of goals. You know, he still will score goals in his career. He could come on today and do it. But there is the decline in his overall ability as a footballer in the past 18 months is palpable. And I don't want to see him go out like this. This is not how I wanted to see Cristiano Ronaldo's career end and fizzle out, essentially. It's not becoming of the man. And the problem that Ronaldo's got is he doesn't have people in his space telling him to stop. Everybody is encouraging him. Everybody is telling him that everybody else is wrong and you are right, Ronnie. And it's causing him problems. And I respect him enough to tell him the truth. Anyone that's blowing smoke up, anyone that thinks they're a Ronaldo fan and they're denying the decline, you are feeding the problem that's going to make your GOAT, make your legend end up looking like an idiot. So love him enough to tell him the truth. If you love someone, set them free. You don't love people and lie to them. It doesn't happen ever in any walk of life. If you love someone enough, you tell them the truth. It's why I told KJ when he turned up, he looked stupid without a beard, because I love him. I really do that. But you've got to do it, my friend. So there's no agenda, as in I'm trying to be horrible. My agenda is that. You said you don't care about he doesn't care about his teammates. That is the agenda I'm speaking about. Right now, him refusing to warm up, if that rumor is true, is him not supporting his teammates. Because part of your warm up as a team is to help your teammates get ready. He is so focused on his decline and his issues that he is now not participating in the team activity of warming up. That is not an agenda. I'm pointing out a pure, unadulterated, unchallengeable fact.